Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining tonight. I'm Kelly Farrell from Teach Me Social, and tonight we're going to be chatting about everything you need to be ready for social media in 2017. So we're just going to wait for a few people to join us here. We are also chatting on the Vistaprint Canada Facebook page. I'm going to post the link so you can join us over there. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about all the social media changes that have come up throughout 2016. So many changes, especially in the last half of 2016, and it's a lot for small business owners to keep up with. So the first question that I want to know is, what do you want to know? So I get asked a lot of questions every day about what do people really need to do? Where should they focus their time? That's sort of the number one driving question, and I want to know if there's any other questions that you have that you want me to answer. So I'm going to let this go for another minute here, and I'm just going to check over also on the Vistaprint page to see what kind of questions we have popping up over there. So let me grab the post here. There's a link right to the post. So the question is your business ready for the social media trends of 2017? And how can I help you get your business ready for the social media trends? What tools do you need? What tips do you need tonight to get you ready to go and ready for success in 2017 with your business on social media, digital media, on your website, on your mobile device? What do you need to know? What are your burning questions? So the first topic I want to talk about tonight, so I'm just trying to see here now, I'm using the desktop version of Facebook Live, and on the desktop version, I can see that people are watching, but I can't see who's watching. And I also, so I can only see if you're commenting. So if you're watching, you're going to have to write in the comments, say hi, let me know that you're here. Let me know if you have a question that you want me to answer. And then we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to talk about actually is Facebook Live. So we've been seeing live videos from our friends, from big brands, coming now for probably almost 6 months. I know it was last summer really when Facebook Live really started taking off. Facebook Live is now available from business pages, from personal pages. We've got live video that came out, I think just this week, last week maybe, on Instagram stories. You can now do live videos. Twitter has its own version of live. I know YouTube's been doing some live video for a long time. What do you think of live video, and have you used it yet for your business? I want you to weigh in. Let me know. Have you used live video to share something about your business, to talk to your fans, ask for questions, ask for feedback? Have you watched any live videos that were especially awesome? What was your favorite live video? So the number one live video, I don't know if you'll find this interesting, the number one live video from 2016 was the Chewbacca Mom video. How many people saw the Chewbacca Mom video? That was the most popular live video last year. So, you know, a lot of people you know, have been trying out with live, wondering, you know, I kind of want to go live, but I don't really know what I want to say. And this is kind of a good example here. So, you know, I have some things to talk about, but until we really start, oh, hi, I see, oh, there's people. Hi, people, for joining me. Thank you for commenting so I can see you're there. Hi, Dwaynia. Yeah, this is our first shot at live video, so we're really testing it out. giving it a shot to see how the audience interacts and how we can convey this chat in this forum. We've been doing this live chat, Canadian Small Business Women and Vistaprint, teaming up for several months now, doing a chat once a month on their Facebook page. And now with the rise of live video, it's going to be a whole lot easier to answer questions and make sure that we can get you the tips and tricks that you need for your businesses. Hi, Angela. So nice to see you from Vancouver. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you at the conference in a couple months. That's exciting. I'm so glad you could join tonight. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Carol. I'm so glad you found us. Yeah, so the live video, this is going to be recorded. We're actually going to be on for about an hour. So settle in, and it'll be recorded, and it's going to save to the Canadian Small Business Women Facebook page. This is one of the bonuses of having Facebook Live. So you can record something live, and it saves as a saved video to your page. Facebook Live videos actually show up higher, or they gain more reach in the Facebook algorithm as well. So they can get you a lot farther with your Facebook page and your message on social media. It also is great once the live video finishes, you can go in and you can edit, you can add more description and keywords. While I'm going here, I'm also trying to post links to information. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining. Good to see you tonight. All right, so I've got a couple of questions here. So Angela was asking, what's my top prediction for social media trends in 2017? This is my #1, Angela. So live video, this is the way it's going. You know, everyone wants their information consumed right here, right now. We don't want to wait for anything. We want it now, and especially consumers when they're making decisions. They want the answers to their questions. Customer feedback, instantaneous. So I'm going to go through 4 predictions tonight, but definitely my #1 is live video. And so I know a lot of people, myself included, not comfortable with live video, but you just got to go for it and give it a try. You know, testing it out, realizing that we're all kind of learning this at the same time, and that's a beautiful thing, I think, about where social media is right now. You know, it's evolving so quickly, and so we're all trying it out, we're all learning, and we're all here to support each other and answer each other's questions too. What type of content for live videos? Good question, Joania. I think you absolutely have to plan out your content for live videos. I think doing live videos where you don't have a purpose, but you just want to say hi to people, you know, people are going to get tired of that pretty quickly. And I think we've been through that phase of live video already, and so now it really needs to have a purpose. So same with a live webinar where you're doing a training session, or you're making an announcement. Right now here doing a live chat. I really believe there has to be a purpose to live video. Dujan, thank you. I really like this. Yay, this is fun. Oh yeah, okay, Canadian Small Business Women. So reminder here today is Bell Let's Talk Day, and here we are talking, but Bell supporting mental health awareness through the Let's Talk campaign. So using the hashtag Bell Let's Talk. And retweeting or posting on Facebook with the hashtag, sharing the videos that have been on Facebook all day. If you want to head over to the Bell Let's Talk Facebook page, maybe Duania, can you post a link over to the Bell Let's Talk Facebook page, so people have that later? They can share some of the videos that are on there, because for every retweet, every share of the video, I think Bell is donating 5 cents for every share today. So it's really important to raise awareness of mental health. And you know, I think so many people these days, men, women, children of all ages, all sizes, shapes, races, are dealing with mental illness issues. Really important to stay aware of that. Okay. Yes, live video, lots of agreement. Oh yeah, thanks Amanda. The Teach Me Social Twitter profile has lots of tweets. We've been tweeting about it all day. Amanda's been helping with that. Thanks Amanda. Making sure that we're getting the message out there. It's something that's important to all of us. Thanks for posting the link there, Duania. Yeah, so the next thing, so we talked about live video. After live video, you know, I really want to talk about is mobile, the use of mobile. So a statistic I came across today is that 65% of searches come from Google. So people are still using other search engines, but really still the majority of them, 65%, are coming from Google. And of those Google searches, 60% of them are coming from a mobile device. So I'm not sure about the rest of you, but I'm pretty sure that when we want to know something, we pick up our phone and we ask Google. Google, how tall is the CN Tower? Google, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? And so knowing that most of the searches are happening from mobile, you really want to pay attention to, is your website mobile friendly? And is your social media, your content, accessible from mobile devices? And so this is about how big your pictures are, making sure that they're sized appropriately, using apps from your your own mobile device, like Instagram, to be able to share images and videos, and using your mobile device to take pictures and videos. And really that element of mobile friendly is so important going into 2017 this year from Google. Here's an article, I'm just going to share this in the chat here, an article from Google that you can test your website to see if it's mobile friendly. A lot of business owners I talk to don't know if their website is mobile friendly or not. So you can pop in your URL to this link that I just posted. It's search.google.com/search console/mobile friendly, that one. And it will let you know if your website's ready for mobile or not. If it's not, then you really want to get in touch with your web developer or find somebody who can help you apply a new theme to your website so it's mobile friendly. So what does that mean? Okay, well, mobile friendly is when you are looking at a website on the desktop and you see the menu nice and out across the top. You've got home, about, let's say services and the blog, and then everything is kind of laid out to be seen on a desktop device. On mobile, those websites will compress the size, usually make the font bigger so it's more easily read on a mobile screen. And then the menu usually goes into a little square box with the 3 lines. Fun fact, do you know what that's called? Does anybody in the chat there know what that little menu with the 3 lines is called? It has a really fun name. I'm going to throw that out there. But yeah, so making your website mobile friendly, really important this year. Any questions about mobility, mobile friendly? Just checking for more questions over on the Vistaprint page. So the chat question was posted on Vistaprint. Let's Chat Biz is the name of this chat, and we're chatting once a month. Every month there's going to be a new guest speaker. So the theme tonight's all about social media trends for 2017. Next month, I believe we're going to be chatting about finances, getting ready for tax season, something that I'm sure we're all really excited about. So that's coming up next month in February. Yeah, so mobile friendly, we've covered. Facebook Live, Instagram Live. I mentioned it. Has anyone tried going live on Instagram stories? Anybody out there? It's kind of cool because I know you guys are there. But when you're on Facebook Live and you're on your phone and you can see the hearts and the like buttons and all the emojis flying across the screen, you can't see that on the desktop version of Facebook Live. So right now I'm not feeling the interaction. So I kind of want to open it on my phone so I can see that, but I don't want to get the echo going. Oh, Amanda, you're having a delay. I hope it's not my internet connection. So, oh yeah, Angela, have you tried Instagram stories? Awesome. Yeah, I've played around with Instagram stories, taking pictures. I really like them for events, but you know what I love about Instagram stories? I'm going to pull it up right now, because the best thing that I like about Instagram stories and why I recommend Instagram stories to people is because when you start posting your stories or you go live, I don't know if you can see this, yours shows up at the top here. And so the ones that are most recent are going to show up at the top of people's Instagram. And so the more often that you post on Instagram stories, then your little icon is going to stay at the top of your followers' Instagram. So when they open it, it's right there. Even if they're not watching your story, they're seeing your logo. And so that goes a long way to help with your branding across social media. I did hear a rumor today, actually I don't think it's a rumor, but that they're testing a version of Instagram stories on Facebook. So having those little circles and having a version of stories on the Facebook desktop version, I believe. So that'll be interesting to see how that rolls out. Amanda, no, I don't think I'm seeing the comments in real time, and there is a bit of a delay for sure, but I'm also not looking at it at the same time. And yes, Amanda, you got the answer to the little menu. So the little menu that we see on mobile devices, or actually a lot of places, that is a square menu with 3 lines is called a hamburger menu. You got the bun and the meat and the bun on the bottom. So fun fact. That's your fun fact for today. Okay. More social media trends for 2017. Any predictions? What else? Okay, I'm just going to grab the link before I get into this here. So my next prediction. Oh, hi, Angela. Yes, there is always a delay between the speaker and the comments. Thanks. Thanks, Angela. Okay, so prediction number 3. Okay, customer service. Let's talk about customer service and the connection with your clients and your customers that you can get through social media. So right now, this connection, it's one-on-one, it's personal. The best way, honestly, to connect one-on-one with people is through chat. And so the next prediction that I have is we're going to see even more improvements to one-on-one chats with clients and customers able to give feedback, ask questions through Facebook Messenger, through direct messaging on Instagram. So the link I just shared is a link to Facebook where they are talking about different ways that your customers can find and contact businesses. People, when they're researching businesses or they're researching products, they want to ask their questions when they are searching. And so, you know, having a messenger auto reply is super important. I don't know how many of you have tried to set up an auto reply for your Facebook Messenger for your business page. But you can have a welcome, also a welcome message, like, you know, thank you for contacting Teach Me Social. How can I help you today? And that's a sort of automatic message that shows up in Messenger when someone tries to talk to my Facebook page. There's also, if they type their message, there's also an auto reply that comes back. Thank you for your inquiry. I'll be in contact with you as soon as possible. If it's urgent, here's my phone number, here's my email. Alternate ways to get in touch with me. People want to reply on these questions on social media within an hour. An hour is all you got to make a good impression on social media these days. On Twitter, people are expecting an automatic reply, instantaneous. And so making sure that you have a way to monitor your one-on-one interactions with customers through Facebook Messenger, through direct on Instagram, through your email, through Twitter, you know, making sure that at least there's an auto reply that's going back to save you time until you can give a personal reply. So I think, you know, we've seen the rise of messenger bots. Has anyone signed up for these messenger bots? I've signed up for a couple. One that gives me motivational messages throughout the day, and another one that reminds me to drink water throughout the day. So there's a bunch of them that are out there. Has anyone played with those or tried out these different messenger bots? I'm going to leave that question hanging there while I pay attention over on the Vistaprint page. So grateful to Vistaprint for hosting these chats for us and giving me this opportunity. I'm just going to post some stuff over there. I'm going to ask you guys for a minute here. Oh, I see your question, Angela. For monitoring, do you use any particular dashboard tool? Good question. You know, Angela, with all of the pages that I monitor, I've tried a bunch of different tools. To be honest, I do use several. Really like Hootsuite for managing multiple. I like Buffer for pre-scheduling. But when it comes down to it, I'm all about my phone. I have my phone in my hand. I've got Facebook Pages, the Pages Manager app that pops up to let me know if there's a message waiting for me. My Facebook Messenger is on my phone. Everything's on my phone. And so, that's my go-to right now. Trying to do it all from desktop I've found is a bit harder because I don't get the notifications the same way. So that's what I've been using. Antibot. Yeah, I wasn't so fond of it, Angela, but trying it out, seeing what it's all about. I think that for certain industries or certain brands, it's kind of a cool function to get these messages popping up in your Facebook Messenger. To be honest, I actually did turn them off all within probably about a week because it got annoying getting messages that I didn't really want. But yeah, they are available. Oh, here's a good link too. I'm going to share this with you. I've got the links here on another screen. Okay, so I'm going to share another link here. Here's some suggestions from Facebook about monitoring your pages and moderating your pages. A lot of people ask me, how to deal with negative messages, and it's it's really important to deal with the message from your customers, no matter what it is, if it's negative or positive. You want to reply in a professional manner that sort of answers the question, addresses the issue, and offers some kind of support to resolve the problem if it's negative. If someone is trolling you, I've seen that happen, you can report the comments if they're getting abusive, if they're getting spammy. But really, even if it's something that's just kind of annoying or pointless, if you sort of address it and dismiss it in a very professional way and just have that sitting on your page for others to see that you've dealt with it in a really mature way, then I think that that's good for your brand as well, for your brand messages. Okay, I'm going to take a pause. Any other questions while we're still going? Okay, so we're about, I'm not quite halfway through here. We're talking about social media trends for 2017. Facebook Live was one we talked about, which is what we're doing right now. So hi to everybody that's watching live. I'm really thrilled to see that people keep popping in and out, which is awesome. I hope you're getting some value from this. I'm trying to post some links as we go along to articles that can help you and tools that will give you some advice as well. So we talked about Facebook Live as a new trend, Instagram Live, Twitter Live, live chats in general. Live broadcasting, news, in the moment, information, live trainings, etc. is becoming so popular. The second one I talked about was having everything be mobile friendly, and the importance of having your website be mobile friendly as we move into 2017. Majority of searches are happening from mobile, and so you want to make sure that you are poised, ready to adapt to the mobile world. The last one I just finished talking about, not finished yet though, was I talked about messaging systems and customer service, instant replies. So you want to make sure that you have the tools that you need and that you're familiar with the tools that you need to instantly reply to your customers' inquiries, questions, comments, as soon as they come up. So with tools like Facebook Messenger, Instagram Direct, even having auto replies to your email, setting that up is really smart in this day and age when people are expecting a reply within an hour. That's kind of your time limit. And so, if you can't reply in an hour, you still need to reply. So don't think, oh, that comment came in yesterday, I don't need to reply to it. You want to make sure that you take a moment to reply, but as quickly as you can get to it, the better. So that's where we're going. Coming up, our next topic, and I want you guys to think of some questions about this one. This is a really big one, and I feel like I'm going to talk about this one for a bit, and maybe we'll have some more questions about this topic. But the next topic is going to be the concept of pay to play. So what does it mean to pay to play on social media, and where does social media advertising fit in for your business in 2017? That's the next topic. So I'd love to hear some questions or feedback from you guys that are watching. I do have an article I want to share with you, and I want to share a couple stats with you too while we talk about that. So I'm just going to give you a minute maybe to post some questions about pay to play, Facebook advertising, social media advertising in general. Have you done it? Did it work? Have you not done it? Are you against it? Do you think Facebook should be a free marketing platform? What do you think about pay to play? Dwayne, love social media advertising. Yeah, do think it should be cheaper than it is. And, you know, it is still one of the most affordable forms of advertising online, but it is getting more expensive by the day. Towards the end of 2016, Facebook announced that they were running out of ad space. And as they run out of ad space, which seems kind of, you know, that boggles my mind until you think about what that really means. But, you know, they have, you know, millions or billions of users around the world, and everybody has their own news feed, and in everybody's news feed there are certain placements for ads. So we can see ads in our stream, in our news feed stream. We can see them on the right hand side. Oh, this is my right, I think this is your right. And you can see them. Where else do you see ads? You see them in the news feed stream on the side, and there's one other place where you can see them, but you can see them on mobile. You can do Instagram ads now, and so there's lots of places you can see them. But because there are, you know, especially with people going to mobile, and on mobile you don't have the right hand column, you only have the newsfeed stream, and people don't want to see too many ads or they'll go away from Facebook. So Facebook knows there's a proper balance between how many ads they can show to a certain person and how many times they can repeat the same ad. And so they're being very cautious about that and trying to keep that balance so that the user experience on Facebook is still very friendly. So keeping that in mind, there is a limited space to how many ads can be shown at a given time on a given day and to a given person. And so as they run out of space, the ad cost is going to get more expensive. And so if it isn't something that you haven't tried yet, now is the time to try, because it is still an affordable option for advertising. To add to that, it's affordable if you use the right targeting tools to target the right audience. I see a couple more questions here. So Dwayne also commenting that you don't believe it should be free. Yeah, so Facebook was never intended to be a free marketing platform. You know, it started in university campuses as a way for students to connect with each other and, you know, stay in touch with people that they met on campus, or people from the same dorms, people from the same classes, to make groups that were study groups for their class, social groups for clubs. It was never meant to be what it has become now. It's evolved, obviously, and, you know, turned into something that now I think 80% of Canadians have a Facebook page and are active on a monthly basis, which is a huge number of Canadians. And so when you have that many people, just like you would have, you know, if you have 80% of Canadians gathering in a square, or 80% of Torontonians, right? Dundas Square is full of billboards. Of course, you're going to have advertisements start popping up. And the more people who are there, the more expensive those advertisements are going to become. And so, yeah, it's definitely becoming a pay-to-play landscape, where if you want to be seen and you want your message out to those people that are gathering in this online space, then you really have to be prepared to pay for that. Question about budget, and oh, there's two questions there about budget and making use of your advertising dollars. Really good question. one second here. I just want to pull up a number. Where did it go? So in the third quarter of 2016, I don't have the fourth quarter numbers right now, but third quarter 2016, so that's July, August, September, Facebook's revenue from ads was $6.8 billion. Is that incredible or what? Incredible. So $6.8 billion in a 3-month span in the third quarter of 2016. That number has steadily gone up every quarter, every time Facebook has reported its numbers. So yeah, the spend on Facebook advertising is really growing. But you can still get a lot for a little. There's still ways to run ads for as little as $1 a day. You can run ads for $5 a day. You can boost your ads, spend a limited amount to reach more people. So the key to getting the best bang for your buck on Facebook advertising is in the audience targeting, okay? So when you set up your Facebook ads and it asks you who you want to target. So when you do it from your Facebook page, you have a limited number of options. So you can boost it, you can send it to people who like your page, people who like your page and their friends, people within a certain city. You don't get a whole lot of choice. When you go into Facebook Ad Manager, which in your Facebook on the desktop, from the top right-hand side of the screen and the drop-down menu that would take you to all your settings and your options, in that drop-down menu, it says Manage Ads. If you go into Manage Ads and you see the Ad Manager, you've got a whole bunch of options there. So this is where you can set up your custom audiences. You can also set up core audiences. You can set up as many different audiences as you need to target the right groups of people. Now, if you offer a product line or a service line that has something different for different people, you can be promoting one thing to one audience, another thing to another audience, and so on and so forth. And you can create new campaigns with different images to target men or women. You can set up different campaigns to target young people versus older people. Whatever it is that you want to get out there, you can make sure that the right message is shown to the right people. So you really need to spend some time getting to know the ad manager and setting up the right audiences. Now, I would recommend setting up probably between 10 to 15 audiences when you get started, and really try to break down who you're trying to reach and what your message is going to be. The other way to really get a lot out of your advertising dollars on Facebook is to frequently A/B test your ads. Testing one audience with 2 different ads and seeing how they perform. And then you can really, from the ad manager, you can turn them on and off quite easily. And so if you see that a particular ad isn't performing well or the cost per click is growing, then you can turn that ad off and try it again. Try a different picture, try a different tagline. You're welcome, Carol. Targeting the audiences is you need to make it really relevant to the people that are receiving it. Yeah, I've seen some irrelevant ads as well. The other way to get really good reach on your ads is to do the retargeting through the Facebook Pixel. So the Facebook Pixel is a code that goes on your website, and it is what tracks people back to Facebook. And if you are running an ad campaign at the same time that someone from your website has come back to Facebook, then they're going to get fed your ad. And those ads to retarget people who have already visited your website can be even more specific with a much harder sell than an ad that's just going out to everybody in Toronto or something like that. Angela, I see a question. I understand how to set up audiences and targeted ads, but I don't think it's a good use of my time, especially with the importance of A/B testing. This is something I would prioritize for outsourcing. Yes, this is a service that Teach Me Social offers. We do that. So we will do the A/B testing. We can help set up all the different audiences. When it comes to audiences as well, you can also take your email list and upload your email list. It's a little creepy if you think about it. Upload your email list to Facebook. Facebook will match your email list and your list if you have phone numbers as well to registered users of Facebook, and you can create a custom audience that way of people who you know are already interested in receiving your information. So let's say for Teach Me Social, for example, if I had an email list and I took that email list and put it into my Facebook, then one day I decide I'm promoting a course and I want to target my followers who have said yes, they're very interested in my training. I can send out an email and create an ad at the same time. So now my audience is going to see my message twice. They're going to get my email, they're going to see a Facebook ad for it. They're more likely to follow through and click through to what it is that I'm selling or what it is that you're selling. So definitely this is something that if you can outsource it, it's definitely something that you want to start outsourcing because, you know, boosting posts, like it's so, I find it like frustrating or disheartening to be boosting posts and throwing $5 here, $10 there, and you know at the end of the month, all of a sudden Facebook sends you an invoice for $100, $150, and you're like, wait, what did I get out of that? And so you really want to also know how to read your analytics. And so you want to know how to go into Facebook Ad Manager and see exactly what the cost per click was on your ads. You want to know how many people not just clicked on your ad, but how many people maybe commented on it or shared it or even just clicked on it to make it bigger. So that counts as an engagement. You want to know what's happening with your posts. Same as you want to know what's happening with all of your posts on social media. You want to know, get familiar with the Facebook Insights on your Facebook page. There is a mobile app for Facebook Ad Manager. I encourage you, if you're running ads, to install that app on your phone. You'll have more access to those analytics through the app, but definitely the desktop version of Ad Manager is what you want to check out. I think I had another link to share regarding that. Did I share the link to, no, I don't think I did yet. One sec. So I'm just going to share in the comments here a link to a blog on the Hootsuite blog about social media advertising. There's quite a lot of tips there for how to do the different testing, how to change up your ad content, run different content. Changing up ads frequently is really important. You don't want people to get numb to your message. And so changing up the picture, changing up the tagline, changing up the button, the call to action button is really important too. What does it say? Does it say shop now? Does it say contact us? Does it say join now? So many different things you can use those ads for. So I'm going to pause there. If you have questions, please keep asking them. I know this is a really hot topic. Later next month in February, I will be doing just a dedicated Facebook ad training. It will be in person in Toronto and in Mississauga, and then hopefully I'll be able to launch an online course as well for Facebook ads. Because again, it's I really hate to see small businesses throwing away their money without really understanding how to run these targeted ad campaigns. But definitely it's something that we need to take note of. Any other questions there about Facebook ads? You're welcome, Darcy. You're welcome. Thank you for listening. Thank you, everybody, for being on. I've noticed the numbers of viewers has sort of gone up and down. So if there's anybody new watching, thanks for tuning in. I feel like I'm doing a broadcast. This is kind of fun. I'm sitting at my desk here, talking into the camera. But I know you're all there. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your feedback and your questions. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. We've covered a few. You're welcome, Sophia. I've covered a few of my predictions for 2017, coming for what's new in social media. Where do you really need to focus your attention? So we talked about live video. Hi, Angela. dinner prep. Can I have some too? I need to come out to Vancouver one of these days. So we talked about live video, Facebook Live, Instagram Live. We talked about, I gotta check my list because my, we also talked about the importance of mobile searches, making sure that you are paying attention to mobile SEO. Tasking, oh my goodness, it's like what I do all day every day. I've got a couple windows open here, and then I've got my laptop over here. I've got my phone in my hand. Anyone feel like they just don't know which device to use sometimes because we're so surrounded by technology? It's definitely a challenge, but it's fun. This is really fun. So thank you everyone for being here tonight. So I have on the Facebook page actually a little testimonial here from Sandra, and Sandra's sharing that she can testify to the power of video. She ran a Facebook ad with a video that got more clicks and views in less than a week. Oh, do you see my daughter creeping downstairs? Bye, Tina.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I just was really thirsty.
Sandra got, she did a Facebook ad with video, got more clicks and views in less than a week than images that had been running longer. So that was an ad with video. And yes, so video, I did talk about live video, but absolutely video in general. So again, like we are in that on-demand society right now. We want our information in snackable bites. We don't want to have to read a blog to get our information. We want to hear it on the go. We want to watch it. Most people do watch videos on silent, so you do want to make sure, or with the audio turned off, sorry, so you want to make sure that if you are a talking head like I am right now, but if you've prepared a video where you're a talking head or where there's information that needs to be given across, having subtitles, it can be really important because people do, watch a lot of videos with the sound turned off, and they won't turn it on until after they are drawn in. So the first 10 seconds or less, the first 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds of your video need to be very visually engaging. So people are likely, as they're scrolling through their feed, if they still have the autoplay turned on and the video starts playing while they're scrolling, you want to make sure they're going to click on it to start listening to the audio, because that's where your message is really going to come across. But definitely that's what's going to grab people. Thank you, Sandra, for sharing that. Yeah, Amanda, I know the multitasking. I see your comment there. Oh, Sophia, thank you. I need more on how to make sales and strategies to market on Facebook, and Facebook charge aside from the payment for advertising? Good questions. I actually do get asked that a lot, if it costs money to have a Facebook account or to have a business page on Facebook. So the answer is no. So you can still have your Facebook account is free. You can ignore any scam that says Facebook is going to start charging for their accounts. They're not. They're making more than enough money in ad costs. Just like, a lot of magazines and newspapers supplement the cost of printing by selling ad space. Facebook is doing exactly the same. All of the social media platforms are doing the same. I don't think there's any right now that I can think of off the top of my head that are not selling ad space. Definitely on Facebook is selling ad space to pay for it. Instagram's got ad space. We've got Twitter that has ads. Pinterest has ads, YouTube has ads, Snapchat now has brought out ads. I think it's really the state of the union in social media is that, if we want these apps to be free, we have to accept that there's going to be ads. So we do have to, so Sophia, the answer to your question is no, you don't have to pay. There's no charge to use Facebook. There's no charge to have a business page. But you do have to pay for advertising if you want your message to go further than it would organically. So the word organic, really, it's, naturally or without that money behind it or that boost, that artificial push. And so, organically, if you post something on your business page, the reach is extremely low. So without a lot of effort, Facebook reach is down to about 1 or 2%. which means that if you have 100 people that like your business page and you share a post on it, you're going to get only 1 or 2 people that see that post. If you have regular people, commenting and liking and sharing your posts, that reach could be higher, maybe 10 to 20%. But the reach on Facebook is still quite low without putting money behind it. The good thing about putting money behind it, though, is that you're not just able to reach the people who like your business page, but you're able to reach audiences, the entire Facebook network, basically. So if you wanted to show your message to every single person that lived in Canada, you can do that with the right ad budget. If you wanted to show your ad only to people, let's say, get really specific here. So if I wanted to show my ad only to women between 35 and 45 who have school-aged children and have more than 1 child and also have a dog in the house, being very specific and stereotypical right now. But if I wanted to get really specific with my targeting and I wanted them to live within a 3-kilometer radius of my store location, then I can do that on Facebook with Facebook ad targeting. So you can get very, very specific, or you can get very broad. Obviously, the more specific you get, the more success you're going to have with your ads. Those are really good questions, Sophia. Thanks for posting that. Going back to the reach and talking about the organic reach going down to 1 or 2%, and even with your best effort, you're still seeing a reach of 10%, maybe 15%. It's very hard to go very far on Facebook without ad dollars. One thing, so my next trend in social media is email marketing. So I really want to touch really quickly too on email marketing, and that is taking your audience off of social media into the email space, because your email list is under your control. Your Facebook page is under Facebook's control, and Facebook controls who sees your message. On Instagram, same thing. On Twitter, the same thing. If any of these social media platforms were to go out of business or close down or completely change their rules tomorrow, you're going to lose access to all those people in your community that you've spent so much time working to communicate with and build a community with. And so this happened, last year when Facebook really started getting strict with the algorithm and, really trying to show people in their news feed stuff from their friends and family and less content from brands and business pages. What we saw was that, a lot of people started to get really frustrated and go, but hey, I spent so much time and effort building up my Facebook page to 10,000, 20,000 people. And now what? Only 100 people see anything that I post. And so it really upset a lot of people. And so what we've seen over the last 6 months is a move back to email marketing. But sticking with sort of the theme of social media, as it's person to person, email marketing has become more personal as well, and much more targeted. And so, you want to choose an email marketing platform that really gets your message, again, to the right people. You're going to see open rates or reach, if we want to use apples to apples, your reach on email is going to be much higher than it is on social media. So on email, you're going to get, between 20 and 30%, which is higher than the 10 or 20% you're seeing on social media. So you want to keep that in mind. Your email list is also something that nobody can take away from you, right? You're going to get a few people who change their emails and people unsubscribe, but you're not going to have all of a sudden nobody uses email anymore. So paying attention to how now can you take your audience on social media and get them to now sign up for your email list, to subscribe to your newsletter, to give you their email in exchange for something else. So having what's called a lead magnet or a free download, or something special that you can give to people for giving their email address to you is really a growing trend as well. And so this is something you can do with Facebook ads also, is have a Facebook ad running that the sole purpose of that ad is to get people to sign up for your email list and for you to collect email addresses, because that's a great way to get your message out. With email service providers, who do you recommend? I've tried the big four. They all have different issues in different ways. What's the best option in your opinion? Good question, Angela. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath here. I'm going to go grab a link, and then I'm going to answer your question in 1 minute. And I'm going to try to post over on the Vistaprint as well. I think we need 2 people doing this. Dwayne, I think next time between the 2 of us, or whoever's, sorry, the next guest speaker is we need someone doing the live chat and someone doing the typing chat over on the other page. Oh, I have a volunteer that just came up the stairs to offer to help me. Hi, say wave, say hi.
Hi,
Okay.
can I help?
Not right now, sweetie. All right, maybe next time I'll get her trained up. Actually, this one here, 10 years old, showed me how to do something on Instagram 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Can I talk to this?
No. So she was texting a group of people on Instagram, and everyone say hi, Daniela. And so she was texting a group of people, and there was a group chat on Instagram, and that was a feature that I honestly didn't know was there. And I said, really? You could do group chats on Instagram? Yeah, Mom. Here's how you do it. Click, 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 click. Oh my gosh. So I thought, here I am thinking that I know a lot about social media, but the next generation, they're ahead of us, that's for sure.
And give them the link for my website that I need.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to talk about email. So I'm just going to go grab a link here that I want to share. And we'll keep going. Okay, so with the email providers, so really, like you said, Angela, there's not much difference between any of them. So you say the big four. So I usually direct people to MailChimp, Constant Contact, Aweber, or Infusionsoft. They all have different varying levels of service offerings, different features. It kind of depends on what you're looking for. How do you want to interact with your audience on email? And what features are you looking for to manage those campaigns and manage your lists? And then what kind of sign-up tools do they have? So I think doing oh yeah, Amanda, that's right. You've used MadMimi and ConvertKit. And anyone else who's out there listening right now, if you want to comment in, if you've had a positive experience with a specific provider, let us know. Myself, so I still use, for a couple of my businesses and a couple of my clients use MailChimp. It's a really good free version. You get free use of the email service up to 2,000 subscribers. You can pay, the fees for all of them are quite similar, $10 to $20 a month, and you're going to get the pro version of the different emails. It's important to choose an email service provider, though, over using your Outlook or your Gmail, because you want to be in compliance with the Canadian, the CASL regulations. And so, oh, MadMimi is free. Thanks, Amanda, for sharing that. Amanda, can you post a link to the MadMimi, please? And actually to all of them, that would be awesome if you could share those for me, Amanda. And so you want to use one of them so that you're compliant with the CASL regulations, anti-spam regulations. If people have given you their business card, if they've signed up for your list, if they've gone to your website and filled out a form, you have permission to email them. As long as in your emails, you also have an unsubscribe button at the bottom. If you're using one of these major services, then they have an unsubscribe button at the bottom automatically, and you don't need to worry about being compliant beyond that. You do want to worry about annoying people, though, and getting to the point where they want to unsubscribe from your list. So paying attention to, are your emails providing value? Are you giving people valuable information? Or, if you're promoting events, are you giving them enough information? Are you sending too many emails, the right amount of emails? And that question, the answer to that question is really going to be different depending on what your purpose is. But you really want to have a strategy for your email marketing, just like you do on social media, sending the right amount. Awesome. I love all these links. This is great. So here's a whole bunch of different options. So I do use MailChimp. I also use Constant Contact. Teach Me Social is a constant contact service provider. So we run constant contact campaigns for our clients. I also run MailChimp campaigns for clients as well. Familiar with most of these top services as well. I'm going to post a link here to email.teachmesocial.ca if you want to try. If you're not sure which one to try, I do have a 60-day free trial of Constant Contact available at that link, email.teachmesocial.ca, and give it a go. I think it really comes down to what you want to do with it and your comfort level with the tool. And once you start using a tool, try to stick with it and really get familiar with it and really try to use it to its fullest. A lot of these services have so many different features that you really need to spend time getting to know them and figuring out what it is that they can offer you and offer your email list subscribers. Autoresponders are fantastic. You want to make sure that you're sending a welcome email when people sign up for your list. Maybe it's a welcome email and a free gift as a free download or something like that. Really having something of value that makes people want to stay on your list so they're not going to unsubscribe, so that when you need them to see your message, they're there. And yeah, Teach Me Social can run campaigns on any of those platforms, whatever one you choose. That is a service that we offer. That kind of brings to a close sort of my top predictions for the year. So if I'm going to recap here for anyone who's just joined in, and I think we have a few more people watching. So hi, everybody who's watching. So tonight we're talking about social media predictions for 2017 and getting your small business ready for the social media world of 2017 and what's coming up. We've talked about live video in general, making sure that you're providing value in your live videos, making sure that you have a plan before you go live. I don't think if I didn't have things written down over here, I would have forgotten what to say a long time ago. I'm actually pretty surprised that I've made it to almost an hour talking to you guys here. Thank you so much to everybody who's been along for the ride. Thank you, Angela. Enjoy your dinner. I'll see you soon in Toronto. Yay, safe trip. So live video, having a plan, but definitely making use of video in your social media this year, and using as many different tools and resources as you need to make sure that you get comfortable with video. Next on the list was mobile. We talked about the importance of being mobile friendly, having your social media images sized appropriately to show up properly on a mobile screen, using mobile apps. So making sure that you've got the social media apps for Facebook apps. Let me talk about that quickly. There are separate apps for almost all of the different Facebook products. I'm going to open my phone here so I don't forget to list any of them, but I have an app here for Facebook, my personal Facebook, Pages Manager. I've got a Facebook Groups app, Facebook Ads app. There was a new app that came out for Facebook Events as well. And then I've got Twitter on here, LinkedIn, LinkedIn Pulse. I've got Buffer and Hootsuite on my phone. We haven't talked too much about Google Plus. Google Plus is changing a little bit here, but you want to pay attention to what's happening with Google too, because mobile searches from Google are happening from your device. And when you're searching for a business, and when you're searching for a business and you get that pop-up that has the picture of the business and the call or get directions or go to the website, those options right away, that is going to become even more important for businesses to have that Google page. And that's something called Google My Business. And let me share the link to that. Google My Business. I actually just shared this with somebody last night, and they're like, oh, one more thing that I need to do. But definitely you want to think about making sure that your business can be found when people search from mobile. Absolutely. Oh, I lost my list. Where did my list go? There it is. Messaging, making sure that you are available on messaging apps for customer inquiry, customer feedback, any kind of one-on-one connection with your followers and with your customers on social media. So making use of Facebook Messenger, making sure that you are having an auto reply when someone messages your page, that they're getting an instant response. You can set that up on Twitter as well. If someone is going to tweet at you, they can get a reply, you know, thank you for contacting me. Setting up something in Instagram as well, making sure that for email, if people are contacting you, they're getting a response right away. So they know that their message has been received, you're going to answer them, and you'll get back to them. Very important. We talked about pay to play and ads on social media. The fact that, you know, ad revenue on social media is exceeding billions of dollars a year now. And, you know, small businesses, you know, really are a drop in the water to that, but the cost is still low enough that for a small amount, you can still get your message to the right people if you target your ads appropriately. And then we talked about email and the importance of bringing your audience off of social media and onto your email list so that you can get direct into their inbox with quality content that's going to add value. And I think I've said that now for almost every single thing I've said. I think that's the biggest message, is that, you know, nobody wants to see spam or excess on their social media feed from businesses. We all like the excess stuff from our friends and family. We like the jokes, we like the memes, but we don't want to see that from businesses and brands. And, you know, now from brands and businesses, what we want is value, we want information, we want helpful tips, we want something that's going to help us get further in our lives or our business. So if that's something that you can provide, then that's what you need to be putting out there, whether it be through social media or through email. So those are my top predictions. I do want to offer you a free download from my website. I have a blog on my website, teachmesocial.ca, with 3 reasons that you want to use a content calendar. And, you know, all the things we talked about today are things that you can plan out on a content calendar. And so if you pop over to my website, I have a free download there of a content calendar that you can help use to lay out, you know, what you want to be posting on what platforms and what do you need to do to get that ready. When do you want to be blogging? When do you want to send out an email? When do you want to do a Facebook Live video? And, you know, plug it all out and map it all out so that your digital marketing is very cohesive and that your message is clear and you've really got it together in 2017. I think I'm gonna stop there. We made it over an hour. If there's any final questions, maybe I'll stay on for a couple minutes here. But thank you so much, everybody who has stayed till the end here. It's been awesome. This was really exciting. This was super fun. Thank you to Canadian Small Businesswomen for hosting this event, and thank you to Vistaprint for hosting this event on their page as well. Really excited for next month. Thanks, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I'm so glad you could join us. Really excited. Next month, we're going to be talking, I think, tax tips and financial strategies for small businesses. So stay tuned to find out what the date of that next chat is going to be. I will not be the expert for that one, I can promise you that. But if you have any other questions about social media, feel free to visit me at teachmesocial.ca or on Facebook at facebook.com/teachmesocial, and I'll get back to you with questions, with answers to your questions. Everybody have a fantastic evening. Thanks again for tuning in. I feel like I just closed a newscast. But if there's no other questions, I'm just going to give you another minute there. If you have a question, I'll answer. If not, then I'll say goodnight. Okay, good night, everybody. I'm going to end off there. I don't see any other questions coming in, but if you do have questions, send me an email, info@teachmesocial.ca, or fill out the form on my website, teachmesocial.ca. Have a fantastic evening. Bye.